Hey gamers, welcome to another video in my channel. And today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to talk about video game series that never disappoint me. Not even a single game. Which is rare, and after thinking and researching a lot, I only found 7 series that never disappoint me. Because almost every series have a black sheep. I love Zelda, for example. It is my favorite series. But I didn't like Zelda 2 in the NES that much, or Street Fighter, that is by far my favorite fighting game series. I didn't like the first one, and Street Fighter the movie. And so many other series that I love so much, such as Devil May Cry, I didn't like the second one. In God of War, I didn't like Ascension that much. Golden Axe, I didn't like the third one. In the Sega Mega Drive, I love Sonic, and I didn't like Sonic 4. Also, I didn't like playing Resident Evil in third person, and I hate Resident Evil 7. And to finish, I love Shinobi, and I hate Revenge of Shinobi in the Game Boy Advance. To make this video, the only rule I did is that the series must have at least 3 games. Because The Last of Us, for example, never disappoint me, but it only have 2 games. And the same, for example, with Story of Thor. It's easier not to have a bad game if you only have 2 games. So, are you ready? Let's start. And let's start with Street of Rage. I love the Street of Rage series, and I play at this series non-stop since I was a kid. I still love in the weekend playing Street of Rage 1, 2, 3 and 4 in co-op with my son. And all the Street of Rage games have excellent gameplay and music. And although I admit that Street of Rage 3 is not as good as 2, when everyone expected that the game was going to be better, with the 24 megabit size, it was not, but I also enjoy the game very much. Now, I just hope that the new Street of Rage that was announced in 3D is going to keep the quality of the series. Grandia. This was a very easy pick for me. I love the Grandia series, being Grandia 2 my favorite all-time RPG, and 1 and 3 also among my favorites. I finished these 3 games so many times, too many times to count. I bought every version I could put my hands on. Grandia 2 in the Dreamcast, Grandia 1 and 2 for PC, and also the Grandia collection for the Nintendo Switch. And the main reason I never get tired of this series is the amazing battle system, that is in my opinion by far the best in any RPG. This series have 2 spin-off games, Parallel Triplus, released for the Game Boy Color, and Grandia Extreme, released for the PlayStation 2. And yet the quality in these 2 games don't reach the main series, they are also very welcome to the series. Uncharted, another series that was very easy for me to choose. I love Uncharted from 1 to 4, Lost Legacy and Golden Abyss, and I finished them all at least 5 times. Being Uncharted 2, one of my favorite games ever, possible in my top 5 all-time games. I love the voice acting, the action, Drake humor, and almost all secondary characters, such as Elena, Chloe, Sully, Sam, among others. My least favorite game in the series is possibly Lost Legacy, because I miss Drake, and I love that all the games in the series are linear. You just need to walk forward, climb, and shoot the bad guys. And in this game there are some open world areas that we need to explore that I didn't like that much, but even with that I absolutely love this game, especially because of Chloe and Sam, and the last scene in the train was absolutely amazing. Mario Kart, another very easy pick for me. Mario Kart is a series with amazing gameplay and very fun to play in co-op or online. This is possible my favorite game to play with my friends, and I played this game since the first one in my best friend's house, because I didn't have a Super NES at the time. My favorite so far is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that I consider a 10-10 game without any flaws. And since the launch of the game and with all the DLCs, I always thought how Nintendo is going to surpass this game. And what they did with Mario Kart World was very smart. There is no way to improve this formula anymore. So let's do something different and start over. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to play Mario Kart World that much, but from the little I play and saw, this series is still in good hands. Metal Slug. Metal Slug for me is the perfect example of the good old days of the arcade fun. The gameplay is as fun as simple as possible. I don't know how many compilations I bought over the years. I bought it for PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation Portable, Wii, PlayStation 3, and possibly even more. I have all the main series in my arcade machine and I love to play to pass time when I have 1 or 2 hours free. From the main series, my favorite is 5 and my least favorite is 3. I also love the 2 games released for the Neo Geo Pocket, and I also bought and finished Metal Slug Advance for the Game Boy Advance many years ago, and I love it. The last one I played was Metal Slug Tactics, and although I didn't finish yet, I'm in love with the game.
Thank
you. Doom. I played the first Doom when the game was released in the 90s, and I love it. And Doom 1 and 2 are still my favorites, and today is so great and nostalgic for me playing both these games in my Nintendo Switch. I also bought a couple of years ago Doom 3 also for the Nintendo Switch, and I didn't let go the game until I finished it. And I also bought Doom 64 for the Nintendo 64 in the release day, and I love it. The new trilogy, Doom, Doom Eternal and Doom Dark Ages, obviously are modern games with different gameplay. But seeing my old enemies, the Baron of Hell, the Hell Knights, the Cyber Demon, new design is great. And yet I prefer playing the old ones. I have fun playing every single game in this series. Turrican. The Turrican series is one of my all-time favorite series, and I bought the anthology for the PlayStation 4 for over 100 euros. 100 euros. And I already have the game in the Nintendo Switch in the Turrican flashback. My passion for this series began in the Commodore Amiga, that in my opinion still have the best game in the series, Turrican 2. And later I bought Turrican and Mega Turrican for the Sega Mega Drive. And you know what? I still have both games today. I love this series because of the gameplay and also for the outstanding music composed by the master Slug. So if you didn't play this series yet, make yourself a favor and play it. So that's it gamers, those are the series that never disappoint me. Please don't be a pussy and tell me in the comments yours too. As always, I hope you like this video and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.